Okay, so good afternoon to all the participants once again on the second lecture session in day 5 AICT sponsored short-term training program on interplay between health, well-being, environment and community pharmacy. Today we are having as our second resource person Dr. Alok Mahor sir, and before starting I would like to give a brief introduction about sir. Dr. Alok Mahor sir recently working as an assistant professor at Institute of Pharmacy, Bundelkhand University, Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh. Sir has around 12 years of experience in academic and research. Sir has completed his bachelor degree from Jivaji University, Gwalior in year 2005. Sir did his masters from Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar, and also completed his PhD from Sam Higginbottom University of Agriculture, Technology and Sciences, Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. Sir has till now, sir has published around more than 25 publications in various reputed national and international journals, and with citation index 534, I-10 index 10, H index 10. Also published one book, and sir has actively participated as well as organized several workshops, seminars and conferences. Till now he has guided PG students 10 and also supervising 2 PhD students. So with this vast experience, I would like to invite sir for his lecture session, and Dr. Alok Mahor sir, on the behalf of SIRT Pharmacy and SAGE Group, we are very pleased to have you with us. So you can now kindly start your session.
Okay, thank you for the introduction, and a very good morning to all, and wishing you all a very happy Christmas also. And thank you, Professor Surendra Jain sir, for this wonderful event and the short-term training program. And I would also like to thank the coordinators, Dr. Surbhi Jain, Dr. Durga Pandey, and Dr. Priyanka ma'am, and the organizing secretary, Dr. Ruchi Jain, also for organizing this wonderful event. And shall I start with my presentation?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
Okay. Can I turn off the video now?
As you wish, sir. As
okay. Okay. So again, I would like to thank the organizing committee for inviting me to join this STTP. And coming to the topic, that is the interplay between health, well-being, environment, and community pharmacy. I would like to put environment before health, well-being, so that this makes the title more relevant. Okay. Am I audible to all?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay. Thank you. And the topic itself is very vast and is very related to the current scenario, because I think it is the need of the hour to talk on the subject, as human health and environment are directly related to each other, I think. And we all know the effects of a polluted environment on human health. So the community pharmacy can help to tackle the health and the environment related ailments and disease. Various ailments and disease are there because of the polluted environment. So the community pharmacy and the pharmacist can help or play an important role in tackling these various diseases or the ailments, and in turn can uplift their social status also, which is considered as of a drug dispenser or a dosage form dispenser only. So here in my presentation, I have discussed about how humans have exploited the nature, the natural environment, which is now heavily polluted, I think. And mm, there are various kind of pollution which have are arise due to environmental disruption. So, but now I have focused on air and water pollution only on this in this STTP, and how community pharmacists can actively involve in tackling over these issues, and in turn can uplift their status in the society also. Okay, okay, okay. So now you're viewing the second page of my presentation. So everyone well know what God has given to us in the form of nature. Hello, is everyone listening to me? Hello, please respond so that I
Yes,
can.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. Please keep on responding in between so that I must feel that each and everyone is involved in this presentation.
Yes.
Okay. So nature in the broadest sense is the, okay, just a minute. So we all know what nature is. Nature can be referred to the phenomena of the physical world and also to life in general. And the environment is a place where different things such as where living thing on or the non-living things exist. It includes physical, chemical, and other natural forces. Living things live in their environment. The natural environment encompasses all living and non-living things which are occurring naturally, meaning in this case not as artificial, that is what man or the humans have built for their living. This environment encompasses the interaction of all living species, climate, weather, and natural resources that affect human survival and the economic activity. Okay, so with these pictures that are visible on your screens right now, that what natural environment looks like and what humans have made the natural environment. And in the third picture, we can see what men or the humans have made a mess of this beautiful natural environment. So, according to the definition, a human-made or a man-made environment is stated to as the surroundings made by humans to provide facilities for satisfying human needs. So, humans have utilized the environment to stay alive, है ना? So they have produced goods for day-to-day requirement, to produce transport vehicles, to produce packed eatables, utensils, footwear, clothing, cosmetics, pharmaceutical dosage forms, and the list is endless. So what actually this man-made environment has affected the nature or the ecosystem is overpopulation, pollution, burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, alterations like these have triggered a vast change in climate, like we are experiencing global warming and so on, and soil erosion, poor air quality, undrinkable water, which I have focused on. And these deleterious impacts distress human behavior and can prompt mass exodus or combats, even combat or fight over clean water. So with these pictures, we can see what humans have done to the mother nature, and this has impacted adversely on the effect on the health of human beings. So in this present or the current slide, we can see the factors which are causing air pollutions, the factories which are producing smoke, the vehicles, the burning of waste material, and forest life is being burnt down now. In the current slide, According to the WHO report, we are seeing that outdoor pollution has caused death. This is percentage breakdown by disease, that is ischemic heart disease, stroke, chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases like COPD, lung cancer, acute respiratory infections in children. This is the cause of outdoor pollution caused deaths, and the indoor air pollution caused deaths can be summarized into stroke, ischemic heart disease, COPD, acute lower respiratory infections in children, and lung cancer. According to a Cornell study, university study, air pollution from smoke and various chemicals kill 3 million people a year. So this is a very large number, that the air pollution is causing destruction of human health and human life also. So in this current slide, I have discussed about the various sort of diseases which have been caused by the air pollution, like pulmonary cancer, mesothelioma, pneumonia, leukemia, birth defects, and immune system defects, neurobehavioral disorders, liver and other types of cancer, premature death also. So hopefully uh, everyone is watching this current slide and have read, I think. Please respond, please, anyone?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So has everyone seen the slide? Excuse me.
Yes, sir. In chat box, they are writing.
Okay. So coming now, previously I have discussed about air pollution. Now I'm going to discuss about water pollution. In these two pictures, we can see the holy river Ganga, which is originating from Rishikesh. So today Ganga water is transformed into one of the most heavily polluted river in the world, with fecal bacteria levels up to 31 million per 100 ml, and now has become the synonym with water pollution. So we all know that the government is investing heavily for cleaning up the river Ganga, but uh, to date, there's not much improvement we have seen, and water pollution is the another major factor which I have discussed here. And these are the pictures of factors which are causing water pollution. We can see the waste from the industries and the people polluting the rivers, and the effect of this pollution on the ecosystem also. So in this slide, the current slide, which shows the factors causing water pollution, the main water pollutant include bacteria, viruses, parasites, fertilizers, pesticides, pharmaceutical products, which I have focused on, nitrates, phosphates, plastic, fecal waste. These substances do not always change the color of the water, meaning that they are often invisible pollutants. So here I have discussed various water pollutants, and I'm mainly focusing on pharmaceutical products which are directly polluting the water, and the pharmaceutical product in term of dosage form, which we means a patient or the public dumps directly into water or into the soil also. Now here I'm discussing about the various adverse effect of water pollution cause diseases, that is typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, diarrhea, destruction of ecosystems, which affects the food chain also, agriculture, eutrophication, that is chemicals in a water body, encourage the growth of algae. These algae form a layer on top of the pond or lake. Bacteria feed on this algae, and this diseases decreases the amount of oxygen in the water level. This is known as BOD, severely affecting the aquatic life there. And the list is endless. We all know, and we are all aware, as we are intellectual academicians. Now coming on to the community pharmacy. What I'm trying to discuss here is the interplay between human health, environment, and the role of community pharmacy and the pharmacist, that how humans have polluted the environment, the natural environment, and these polluted environment have caused several diseases, including the air pollution and the water pollution, and how community pharmacists can help in tackling the air pollution and the water pollution cause diseases, which is the need of the hour. And I think the role of pharmacist today is just for dispensing of medications only. By interfering in this tackling of diseases, that is airborne and waterborne diseases, the pharmacies, community pharmacists can uplift their social status also. We have to interfere in between, as the pharmacist has to interfere between to tackle these diseases and to uplift their role, because nowadays only we are seen as drug dispensers only. Is it true or not? Please anyone respond. Participants.
Definitely, sir. And it's a humble request to all the participants that if possible, you can please unmute yourself and respond. If the speaker is asking anything to you, at least you should respond. So, participants,
Please unmute yourself. You may unmute yourself and respond in between also, so that I may feel that I'm involved in this presentation. Actually, I feel that I'm talking lonely only. So no one is giving, even asking questions or responding anything. Okay.
please, participants, you can respond. Okay.
जैसे हमको पता है कि अभी फार्मेसी का स्टेटस क्या है इंडिया में, कि हमको सिर्फ जाना जाता है एक कंपाउंडर के रूप में जो दवाएं डिस्पेंस करता है किसी मेडिकल स्टोर पर. Okay, this is the current status of the pharmacist in India actually. Hopefully everyone will agree with this. Please respond, anyone. Say yes or no at least. Okay, so a community pharmacy often referred to as a retail pharmacy or retail drug outlets and places where medicines are stored and dispensed, supplied or sold. Pharmacists working in the community practice setting are either diploma pharmacist or graduate pharmacist. We all know that after passing our diploma or degree, we get registered in state pharmacies and then start practicing pharmacy. Hello. Okay. The community pharmacists who actually manage pharmacies today are mostly D-Pharm holders or diploma pharmacists. The public perception about community pharmacy and the pharmacist is very weak. The general population considers community pharmacists as drug traders and obviously not better than general store owners selling groceries or food items. Is it true? I'm asking to all the participants that the public perception about community pharmacy and the pharmacist is that we are only drug sellers. Is it true? Please respond. Participants, क्या हमको बस यही, हम फार्मासिस्ट हैं जैसे जो मेडिकल स्टोर पर वर्क करते हैं, उनको बस यही समझा जाता है कि वो सिर्फ दवाएं बेचने का काम करते हैं और उनका स्टेटस एक जनरल स्टोर के समान होता है. Okay, I'll be.
Yes, Gurpreet sir.
मैम आई वांट टू से कि अभी थोड़ा फार्मर्स का स्टेटस थोड़ा चेंज हो रहा है, जैसे सर बोल रहे हैं कि समझा जाता है, बट अभी जैसे सिनेरियो है इट्स टाइम इट विल बी
Very true sir, very true sir.
Sir, actually I am residing in Punjab. I just want to add कि पंजाब गवर्नमेंट ने एक इनिशिएटिव लिया है.
Okay sir.
उन्होंने डिप्लोमा का जो फार्मासिस्ट की पोस्ट थी उसको उन्होंने साइन ऑफ कर दिया है काफी टाइम के लिए. So they are just taking pharmacy field as a जो pharma graduates हैं उनको pharmacy officer की post के ऊपर create किया गया.
Very good, sir.
Now they are termed as pharmacy officer और उनकी जो minimum है that they should be graduate.
Very good, sir.
So I think आने वाले टाइम में ये सिनेरियो भी चेंज हो जाएगा कि हम सिर्फ दवाइयाँ डिस्पेंस करते हैं. Either हमें पता है कि हमारा फील्ड dispensers of medicine, we are the creators of medicines.
Yes, this is what I have discussed in my presentation right now. हम ये जो air pollution या water pollution है, I have focused on the topic of this STTP कि हम इसको कैसे utilize करके अपने status को enhance कर सकते हैं society में. So hopefully the motive of my presentation is clear to all, and जब हम जैसे आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे, the picture will get more clearer. Shall I continue? Okay. The role of community pharmacist or the drug therapy manager. I'm going to call the community pharmacist as the drug therapy manager. Community pharmacists help improve management of pharmacy practices to focus on the delivery of patient care services, serves as a leader within community-based pharmacy settings, local communities, and the profession of pharmacy, and provide direct patient care. As we know that the community-based pharmacists are the third largest healthcare professional, only which are outnumbered by the physician or the doctors and the nurses. And the community-based pharmacists are healthcare providers who can improve access to medical care when and where patients want to receive it. That means pharmacy outlets can be open for 24 hours. In some places, they are open at 24-hour services. It is now widely observed that community-based pharmacists can function as Medicare providers to counter shortages in medical attention and talk about the substantial problems and associated costs due to the incorrect use of medication. And there's also a need to upsurge access to primary care service, control cost, and to improve outcomes in healthcare for patients, especially in the management of chronic conditions. So here in this slide, I have tried to extend the picture or the duties of a community pharmacist, not just limited to drug dispensing only. That is, the prescription which we receive is for only dispensing of medication. We can hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, my voice, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir, perfectly.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. So we can also deal with emergency medication refills, renewal extensions of prescriptions, which are restricted to the prescriber or to the physicians only. We should be allowed to change doses or formulations, therapeutic substitution, prescribing for minor ailments, initiation of prescription drug therapy, ordering and interpreting laboratory tests, administering drugs by injection. Hopefully many of us would agree on these changes, which are limited to the prescriber only. Anyone would like to have a comment on this? Okay, so I'm changing my slide now. Is the slide clear to everyone? That what I want to say, that the pharmacist now should be allowed for refills, renewal extension of prescriptions, changes to doses of formulation, which the pharmacist has to talk to. In my opinion, they should be allowed for the points which I have discussed here. Okay, here I have discussed the role of a community pharmacist in health and well-being, where the community pharmacist can seek health screening in the management of diabetes, cholesterol, osteoporosis, and so many other diseases. And they can interact with immunization, pain control management, self-management of hypertension, asthma, HIV, participatory and clinical research, medication indication, other drug use prevention, counseling of smoking cessation, tobacco, family planning, and so many other areas which can be dealt by the pharmacist. So any comment over this? Any suggestion by the participants? Shall I proceed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So now I have tried to focus on the current role of community pharmacist in respiratory care. So we should be, the pharmacist should be allowed to the use of OTC drug, the preferment of adherence to medications, discussion with patient or public about the impacts of air pollution on respiratory health and how to manage such complications, discussions on COVID-19, common cold, allergens, influenza, asthma, COPD, and other respiratory diseases, which should be in these sessions should be regularly conducted with the patients. Sessions to advise the patient or the public about the protection from the pollens present both in outdoor and indoor environment, as community pharmacies are significantly underutilized in the screening of respiratory disorders. Any of the participants would like to add something on these suggestions? Hopefully everyone is watching these slides and can comment over these. I would like to have suggestions also. Okay.
Sir, I would like to say one thing.
Yes,
that
ma'am.
There are so many responsibilities and roles of community pharmacist, but
Okay.
actually what happened, they are only known for their for dispensing the medication in just in the shop, in retail or wholesale shop. Means whatever the duties or responsibilities they are having to perform as a hospital pharmacist, I don't think so okay, all such things are or all such suggestions are to be taken by them in the hospital. Means when the COVID-19 era come, when this pandemic era come, then only the pharmacist they are recognized for their duties.
Okay, very well.
If you are saying about that respiratory suggestions, or in asthmatic or in hypertension problems, they have to give their suggestions. I don't think so okay, they are having such potential, or whatever the things, whatever the suggestions are taking from them.
This I have discussed in the upcoming slides, that how we need to change the perception or the curriculum also. We have to make a change in curriculum also, that during the studies in the diploma or the degree, we have to add about these indications which should be changed. These are my suggestions only, that the pharmacist can be utilized in the tackling of these air pollution or the water pollution diseases, and in turn their social status can be uplifted, because these are the prevalent or the prevailing problems which are never ending, I guess, because the air pollution, water pollution, I don't think will ever end. So the pharmacist has to directly involve themselves in the management of these pollution related disease, and in turn can uplift their status. This is my presentation is all about.
And sir, one thing I would like to add, that
Sure.
for their upgradation or for their upliftment, no one will come. Only pharmacist has to work. Means if
This
you
is
are
what I say. This is
seeing
what
here,
I'm saying.
all the participants, we are having so many participants. तो जब वो यहाँ रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो आगे भी फिर आप समझ लीजिए कि हमारा जो प्रोफेशन है, हम कैसे अपने आप को अपग्रेड या अपलिफ्ट करेंगे. very small
This
things.
is a sorry situation to say, but we have to think of ourselves as being in academics कि हमको अपने करिकुलम में ये चीजें इंटीग्रेट करनी चाहिए. आगे वाटर पोल्यूशन और उसके बाद कंक्लूडिंग स्लाइड्स पर मैंने कुछ डिस्कशन किए हैं. होपफुली शायद मेरा प्रेजेंटेशन तब समझ में आए या मेरे सजेशन समझ में आए, हो सकता है. Shall I?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can.
We can educate the patients about respiratory disease and the prevention, prescribing or renewing prescription of medicines for certain respiratory conditions, patient screening, including respiratory function assessment and questionnaires. Actually, air pollution and water pollution are common occurring things. कि ये तो बिल्कुल कॉमन ही है कि एयर पोल्यूशन होते ही होता है, वाटर पोल्यूशन होता है, और जो हमारे पास पेशेंट्स आते हैं उनके लिए हम ओटीसी ड्रग्स प्रिस्क्राइब कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. साथ ही साथ में जो प्रिस्क्रिप्शन डॉक्टर से आते हैं, हमें इन माय ओपिनियन वी शुड बी अलाउड टू मेक अ चेंज टू रिफिल और डोजेस फॉर्म चेंज करना. हमको ये चीजें अलाउड होना चाहिए. एक्चुअली वी आर all equivalent to doctors. Where we lag behind is in the surgery only. Okay, we have knowledge about all the drugs which are used for certain treatment of a disease, about the dose, about the action. Where we lack is in only surgery. Is it true? Participant, please. हम डॉक्टर से कहाँ पीछे हैं? हमें सिर्फ सर्जरी नहीं आती है, सिर्फ सर्जरी नहीं आती, बाकी हमें ड्रग
good morning sir,
देना होता है, किस कंडीशन में हमें ड्रग देना होता है.
good morning sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes sir.
Dr. Alok sir.
Sir, please.
Sorry to interrupt you. Actually, in that slide also you told that what are the different you can go for expansion of duties of community pharmacist.
Sir.
So in that slide and this slide also for prescribing from further some sort of respiratory ailments or prescribing some for minor ailment, minor ailments, or we can go for initiation of the prescription. But that the regulatory bodies, Indian Medical Association, or some of the regulatory bodies, whether they will allow pharmacists for prescription.
I know, sir. I know, sir.
In that context, just I have a doubt. That's why I have put people.
A very good suggestion, sir. This is the motive of my presentation, is to get ideas from the intellectuals who are participating. Okay. See, we have to come forward for the upliftment of the status of pharmacist. As we are in academics also, we don't have a good status, I guess. Sorry to say, but the present situation is like that only. That we don't have a very good status. Salary wise also, we sometimes have to think over that also, that we don't get enough salaries. I think we can have a discussion or the comment on that also. Okay, so coming on the slides. So these are my suggestions, that we have to enhance the knowledge of community pharmacists on the impact of air pollution on respiratory care, assessing the availability of guidelines, protocols, materials to facilitate patient screening, decision making, education, counseling, recommendations for respiratory care wellness, identifying gaps in tools and other resources, identifying the inspiration and obstruction of community pharmacists to fulfill a role actively in educating and supporting the respiratory wellness of patients. So there are these are few suggestions which can be observed in the current slide, that the pollutants emitted from industrial complexes are often related with growth of allergies. Common allergies we all know, and we the pharmacists should be able to educate the people that how common allergies can be subdued by using various medications or the use of even masks, simple masks. You can educate the common public or the patients. Okay, here in the slide, the change needed in the rule books. First aid for asthma attacks, including in emergency situations, guidelines for standard care during pollen seasons, vaccine administration, inhalation technique assessment, and patient training on the correct use of inhalers, counseling asthma patients on inhaled corticosteroids with specific reimbursed services, a referral to physician when severe respiratory conditions are detected, and smoking cessation services. So what previously sir was talking about, here are my few suggestions that these can be included in the rule books or the curriculum also. With the previously discussed points, here I think these changes can be expected. Well, the increased recognition of the role of pharmacists in primary care and in respiratory care in particular, expanded authority and scope of practice to manage respiratory conditions in the community, expanded authority to vaccinate to prevent several respiratory diseases, more use of technology for remote consultation and patient care, increased competence to identify and differentiate respiratory conditions, increased competence to advise patient on impact of air pollution, authority to order and interpret laboratory tests, tools and protocols for distinguishing COVID-19 from other respiratory disease like flu, prevention and early signaling of respiratory symptoms and patients. Any suggestions or comments over this slide? Please, participants. Okay. So now, in my previous slide, I have discussed over the air pollution. Now I'm going to discuss about the control of water pollution. The pharmacist should educate the patients and public that drugs have afterlives as environmental pollutants, and most water treatment plants and septic systems are not equipped to remove pharmaceuticals from the waste water. Actually, what we people or the general public do, that we dispose the medical waste directly into a flush or the water, or we dispose it in the ground. So the unused leftover expired medicine should not be flushed down the toilet or drain when the patient or the public come to a pharmacy store. The role of the pharmacist is here should be such that we have to educate the people about how drug disposal should be, and it should not cause water pollution also. Uh, Anyone should make a comment on this? Would like to have a comment on this? Okay, solid medication should be mixed with unattractive substances such as party litter, put into a disposable container and placed in the garbage or disposed via community drug take-back programs. There should be community drug take-back programs. That means unused, the remaining drug or the expired drug which are with the general public or the patient should be taken back by the pharmacies or by the community pharmacist or by the government agency. Some government agency should be there. Okay, to stop the wastage or the disposal of drug in water or into the ground. Any comment on this, please? Anyone or any suggestion? Okay.
Sir, myself Durga Pandey.
Okay, ma'am.
Actually, sir, actually आपने जो ये अभी बोला बिल्कुल सही है. We should participate to control water pollution, air pollution. Actually, government ने policies बनाई हैं और वो properly implement नहीं हो रही.
जी जी.
तो हमको आगे रहकर कुछ करना पड़ेगा.
जी, हमको एक मतलब इसमें डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व होकर हमें क्या मेन मोटिव मेरा इस प्रेजेंटेशन का ये है कि जो फार्मासिस्ट का स्टेटस है उसको एनहांस करना है, और उसको एनहांस करने के लिए हमें सिर्फ दवा विक्रेता या एक डिस्पेंसर की रोल से आगे बढ़कर कुछ जो ज्वलंत मुद्दे हैं जैसे एयर पोल्यूशन या वाटर पोल्यूशन है, उनमें एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करना होगा।
एग्जैक्टली सर, बिल्कुल। ये मतलब बहुत अच्छा लगा कि अगर अपन इस फील्ड में भी कुछ करें तो शायद ज़्यादा अच्छा कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि अपने को इसमें नॉलेज है कि कैसे हम एक फार्मा इंडस्ट्री में कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं।
जी जी, देखिए हमको दवाएं ही डिस्पेंस करनी है, तो क्यों ना हम ऐसी चीज़ों को इन्वॉल्व करें अपने साथ में जो हमारे स्टेटस को भी बढ़ाएं, ताकि हमें सिर्फ दवा विक्रेता के रूप में ना जानकर एक इंटेलेक्चुअल के रूप में जाना जाए। एक फार्मासिस्ट जो एक मेडिकल स्टोर पर वर्क कर रहा है, उसको नॉलेज है हम सब चीज़ों का। दैट मीन्स एयर पोल्यूशन जो कॉमन चीज़ है, वाटर पोल्यूशन जो कॉमन चीज़ है, उसको कैसे टैकल करना है। तो जो पब्लिक और पेशेंट हमारे पास आएंगे, हम उनको एजुकेट कर सकते हैं, और उसके बदले में हमें क्या मिलेगा कि हमको एक स्टेटस मिलेगा कि हाँ, द फार्मासिस्ट हु आर वर्किंग ऑन मेडिकल शॉप्स आर नॉट जस्ट ड्रग डिस्पेंसर्स ओनली, दे आर ड्रग थेरेपी मैनेजर्स। इन टर्न हम सोसाइटी को काफी बेनिफिट मिल सकता है इससे। Okay, so coming on, the next point is the liquid medicines should be mixed with salt, flour, charcoal, or non-toxic powders, spices such as turmeric or mustard to give mixture an unappealing smell and textures. Medicines in blister packs should be wrapped in multiple layers of opaque tape and then placed inside an opaque container for sealing. Anti-cancer drugs, antiseptics, disinfectant, antibiotics, hazardous waste must be incinerated under supervision of a pharmacist. I think this point should be noted down for implementation of drug disposal. Any comment over this or any suggestion? Okay, the best method for medication disposal is incineration, because even with proper disposal in the trash, the pharmaceutical waste may eventually leak into the ground. Post incineration, ashes are deposited in leak-proof containers bound for special landfills dealing in pharmaceutical waste. Landfills are those places where waste is directly dumped into a land disposal site, which are isolated from water channel and kept much above the water table. There are three classes of drugs that pose serious threat: are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, hormones, and antibiotics. So the most commonly used OTC drugs are the anti-inflammatory drugs, which are directly dumped or disposed in water or in the land. And these are the most hazardous water pollutants, I think, in my opinion. And the public should be educated about their disposal. Antibiotics in the effluent promote the transfer of resistance genes from harmless environmental microbes into deadly pathogens, leading to the emergence of deadly drug-resistant microorganisms. That means if the antibiotics are disposed in water, they can transfer genes leading to emergence of deadly drug-resistant microorganisms. That means resistant microorganism can be developed if antibiotics are dumped in water. And antidepressant like selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, calcium and antineoplastic drugs are known to have potential for long-term aquatic effects. Exposure to endocrine disrupting chemicals, that is byproducts of industrial wastes, are associated with abnormal thyroid function, decreased fertility, decreased hatching success, and alteration of immune function in birds, and feminization of male fish. I think these are common example of water pollution. Hopefully, most of us will agree with this, that these drugs or medications or the industrial waste which are dumped directly into the water causes severe hazards to the aquatic life, and maybe and not maybe, they indirectly or directly hamper the health well-being of humans also. Is that true? Please, participants. Okay. Okay, so there change needed in the rule books. Is it required?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the pharmacists are not educated about disposal techniques in
Yes, yes, sir.
pharmaceuticals. I think most of us will agree that I think I haven't been taught about how drugs should be disposed. Only in experimental animal, the disposal technique is taught, I think. So there should be some
Yes,
curriculum
yes, sir, exactly.
should be adopted in the syllabus about the disposal technique of the pharmaceutical, not waste only, of the drugs which are left unused or expired. The modern generation pharmacists should be grafted into experts in pharmaceutical sciences. There's a need of radical change in pharmaceutical education. Curriculum restructuring should be included, giving about knowledge of proper drug disposal. I guess everyone should agree about this change.
Definitely.
Yes, sir, it's required. In the past lecture also, we have during Amita Verma madam lecture, she also told the same thing, how to dispose. Suppose we are going for in laboratory, we are just making some chemical or some experiment we are doing, and how to deal, how to handle after doing the experiment, how to safely dispose those things. That
Yes.
is highly required. So we
There's
have
need
to
of
indulge some of in curriculum also how to handle this type of wastage. So those things we have to inculcate in the curriculum so that it can be handled as per guidelines. Like we are also doing organic and inorganic compounds also, sometimes lead, mercury. So as you told, sir, there are a lot of poison effect when it will go, we'll just put in the sink. So we should have thorough knowledge along with this safe disposal of this chemicals waste. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, okay.
Its
So
changes is required.
I think there's a need to get a change. Coming to the conclusion part, the role of pharmacist, everyone will agree that the role of pharmacist has turned from that of compounder and dispenser of dosage forms to that of a patient care provider. Everyone will agree, I think. In this current scenario of COVID-19, the role of
Yes, yes.
pharmacist is not only should not be restricted to dispensing of mask and that hand sanitizers only. We should be allowed to interact with people about how we can combat COVID-19 and other respiratory diseases also. And the time has arrived for change in pharmacy practice from product oriented to patient oriented services. We have to utilize this opportunity. I guess everyone will agree that the product oriented to patient oriented services should be implemented. And this will enable patients for caring the environment, understanding the importance of safe drug disposal. And the pharmacy practice should involve such conferences like this. We are having STTP, seminars, workshop, webinars, and the curriculum about the topic to understand the preservance and protection of the environment and nature for future generations. And what needed to be done? These are my suggestions, and suggestions from participants, intellectuals are most invited. Like professional development courses should be included in the curriculum for B and D Farm courses. A high pay scale remuneration system must be generated for the pharmacist, especially in healthcare management system. Awareness programs over the environment must be conducted regularly involving the pharmacist, educating over the monitoring system must be created in every pharmacy, keeping data of the prescription and dispense medication. Drug take-back system should be generated involving community pharmacies. Though difficult to impose nationwide, strict guidelines and protocols are needed to save the environment and health well-being involving community pharmacy. So on this last slide, I think a I would like to have maximum comment, maximum solutions, suggestions. Please, everyone, we have to speak on this. Anyone, please? Okay. These are the references. And from Jhansi, the land of Rani Lakshmibai, the first independent soldier. Hello, anyone listening?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I would like to thank everyone for patiently listening to me. And the conclusion of my presentation should be like this. The motive of my presentation is to focus on how community pharmacies can contribute in tackling the environmental based problems. And by utilizing this, we can uplift the social status of community pharmacies and the pharmacist. I guess there's a need to grant certain liberties to the pharmacist, which are currently undertaken by the physicians only. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So with this, I conclude my presentation.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Hopefully, everyone have listened this carefully, and I guess some of us may have been enlightened.
Participants.
Yes, exactly.
So dear participants, if you are having any doubt or you want to enlighten something or give your
Suggestions are please welcome. We have to gather ourselves, and we should say something about the current status of the pharmacist in our country, especially in India, where we are considered only as drug dispensers only.
Actually, the motive behind this short-term training program is just to discuss as all the pharmacists, all the faculties, we can discuss the current scenario about our profession. So please, all the participants, uh, utilize this platform and give your views and suggestions regarding this.
Yes, the topic of this STTP is very vast, I think, and most of us should uh, uh, focus on the problems which are associated with the pharmacist. Actually, the topic is very good. That means interplay between environment, health well-being, and community pharmacy. Uh, it is very interrelated. Okay.
Interdisciplinary type topic, and
Yes, it is.
not only as a pharmacist, not only to dispense and compound the medicine, we can make our uh, contribution in environment development, disposal, and so many things.
Yes.
Like as Durga ma'am said that there are so many schemes regarding this environment and for pollution control, but and there are very startup programs are also running in several bodies. Startup programs are also, schemes are also there for so we also contribute in that, we should contribute in that, in those startups to control the pollution and these things. मीन्स मैडम ने सही बोला था कि हमारी तरफ से इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं हो पाता है, बट द प्रॉब्लम बिहाइंड दिस इज आई थिंक problem behind this is in ourselves only. We should be step first.
There is a saying that doctors give life to patients, and the pharmacist we give life to medicines. So we should focus on this point also.
Sir, in this point also, and in disposal of the medicine, of expired medicine, this is also a very vast problem, crucial problem in our society, in our community.
Yes, that is what I have suggested, that it should be included in the curriculum also. That how drug disposal should be taught to the pharmacist, and in turn they can teach or educate the public, general public, and the patients who are coming for buying these medications on their community pharmacies.
Definitely, it should be included in the curriculum also. When we teach such certain things to our student, then only the budding pharmacist will get all the information about this, and then only we can circulate those things to our community also. So participants, if you are having any comments or any suggestions, you can discuss.
Okay, thank you very much now, ma'am.
So thank you so much, sir. Uh, Thank you so much, Dr. Alok sir, for discussing uh, such a crucial topic with us, which is prevailing in our society. Means you have started your lecture with environment, with pollution. This is really a very vast problem which is prevailing in the society, and it's dangerous for our community. And you have discussed about all the causes and how we can control such things, certain things. As a community pharmacist, you have also elaborated all the responsibilities and role uh, of the community pharmacist, which we should inculcate in our profession, or inculcate in ourselves, and do all certain things. The very informative and very wonderful session. You nicely describe all these things.
Thank you very much. I
Also,
would also like to thank Professor Surendra Jain.
Yes, exactly, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you. This is Manoranjan.
Sir.
One of the participants, just Dr. Manoranjan. Actually, we have seen that waste management, how we have deal with the chemical and different types of organic, inorganic. Along with that, I think for that microbiological waste also, we should have some management, like before going for disposal, we have to decontaminate before disposal. Generally, at the I think more than 121 degree for 20 minutes we have to go. We have to decontaminate, and before disposal of this microbiological waste. I think that is also we can do. No? We can add into that.
Yes.
What I am feeling. That's what I have said.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And I would like to thank Dr. Priyanka also for inviting me to join this wonderful session. Thank you, Priyanka ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving such a wonderful lecture on the crucial topics, and we are very much delighted to have you with us. And as a token of appreciation on behalf of SIRT Pharmacy and Sage Group, I want to share your certificate with our participants also.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Is it visible, sir?
Thank you, madam.
I can't see it right now. Not on the screen.
Sir, can you see the certificate? Is it visible?
Not right now. You may send me to my email if it is not available here on this.
Maybe there are some technical issues. I'm not able to share the certificate.
Okay, it's no problem at all.
Definitely mailed you as a token of appreciation. Kindly accept this.
Thank you very much.
आप देख नहीं पा रहे, but this is on my screen. Thank you so much,
okay,
sir.
Priyanka ma'am, it is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Ruchi ma'am.
Yes, Priyanka.
Ma'am, can you see the certificate?
Yes, I am seeing it.
Okay. So, okay, Alok sir, thank you so much for accepting our invitation and delivering a wonderful and excellent talk with our participants. And so
Thank you once again, and I would like to thank Dr. Surendra Jain sir, Dr. Ruchi Jain, Priyanka ma'am. Thank you very much, and wishing everyone a very happy Merry Christmas, and hopefully the coming New Year 2021 will be much healthier, happier, as we have experienced a lot of chaos in this 2020, and hopefully the coming year will be free from this corona and every diseases which we have faced in this 2020.
thank you,
Thank you, everyone.
thank you, sir. Have a great.
Shall I leave, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
And participants, the tomorrow's schedule will share you soon in the WhatsApp group. And tomorrow we are having the one lecture from by Dr. Nagappa sir. He is a director from MIT University, Gwalior. And after that, we would like to have the feedback from participants. So there will be the half an hour for participants to share their feedback and their experience about the short-term training program. And after that, at 12 p.m., we will start a valedictory function. So it's a kind request to all the participants to stay with us from 10 p.m. to around 12:30. 10 a.m. to around 12:30 p.m. with us tomorrow. Schedule I will share in the WhatsApp group very shortly. So thank you so much to all the participants, and wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Ruchi ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Ruchi ma'am, now we can end the meeting.
Yes, we can answer. Tomorrow we will meet. Okay.
Feedback link. Durga ma'am, can you hear me?
Priyanka ma'am, I will share